Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I want to share with you the items that I picked up from multiple purchases over a period of time from Planner Perfect. And I love to change out my covers. So this haul here is going to be about the leather covers, and I'm going to show you what I picked up because I do already have a nice collection. Um, I have been with Planner Perfect since about 2017, so I do have a number of covers. I started out with narrow, and then I sort of moved into wide because the narrow size wasn't as readily available. So I'm kind of in both. I prefer narrow, but I mostly have, I think, wide. So I'm just going to share with you the things that I've picked up because I just want to show you the different colors in my assessment. So this is nothing that I'm going to review or show you is going to be anything worded from the Planner Perfect website. This is purely my assessment when I open it. So some of these I already have, I just got a different size. So we'll talk about that too. All right, enough chit-chatting. I have a few I want to show you, so let me just dive in. So this first one I picked up is, I have a plan for this. You'll see more of this in the future. But this is, you probably saw it in my last video. This is a Molly. So Molly is a very bright, vibrant pink. So and some of you may assess it as like it's a loud color. So if you think you don't like loud colors, you probably don't want to get Molly. But she is gorgeous. She is a sturdier leather, so she is going to be much stiffer to open. It may not always lie flat. I haven't used Molly long enough to make an assessment on like whether or not it actually tends to relax, but that doesn't bother me because typically as a left-hander I take my books out to write in them. Sometimes I'll leave them in, but for the most part I take them out, so the stiffness of the leather doesn't bother me. But again, it's very sturdy. It is a gorgeous color. Again, perfect for summer, but if you don't like the loud colors, you may not want to, check out Molly. But I love her. And this is a B6 size. So, and it's the Everyday Organized. So there is, I think, 3 options now. So there's Everyday Organized, which is the classic layout to the covers from Planner Perfect. And it comes with a big pocket here and a smaller pocket here. Now there's also Out and About, which has card slots in the front and card slots in the back. And it doesn't have a notepad. The third option, which is newer, is I think it's called Out and Organized. So you have on the left side, so the cover, you have card slots, and then on the back side you have this setup. So if I remember correctly, that's how it works. But I love Molly for the color. She is not going to, I don't think, I haven't been like harsh with my covers and how I use them. So I can't 100% say, but I would think based on how she feels that she won't dent or scratch easily. Again, just because it's a sturdier leather. So this is the first one. I've got Molly in B6. You're going to be seeing this come in video. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with her. And it'll be, I think, a year-round thing, maybe. We'll see. But you're going to see more of Molly in the future. So here's Molly. And when you get your leathers, they all come in one of these bags. It's just a protective bag. You have the option of storing them in the bag or not. So far, I have stored mine in a bag, but I have a video coming up on that too, so stay tuned for that. All right, so here's Molly. Let me just put that aside. Okay, so I have, again, 2 sizes. What I did was I went on the sales and everything, and I used some ambassador codes, which is, I'm an ambassador. So I'll pop my code up there on the screen for you. I used some codes and, I grabbed most of the narrow sizes that I think I wanted the color for. So, I wanted to make sure I got them before they were gone. So let me do narrow next. And then, of course, I have some wide. There, A5 is a pretty popular size amongst a few people in the group, but I kind of just don't want to get into another size. I'm trying to work with what I have because I do have a number of covers in those 2 sizes, so narrow and wide. So I kind of want to try and keep it on that same path. All right, enough talking. So next leather that I'm going to show you is, and these are now the narrows. So this one is all these little strings here. Let me just make sure they're not going to come off. Some of them are coming off. Okay, get those out of the way. All right, so this one here, this gorgeous blue beauty is Beatrix. So to show you the color difference, let me grab my Jordan. Okay, I'm using her obviously, so she's kind of got I have her open. So here is Jordan and here is Beatrix. So you can see this is a very true, like navyish blue, whereas this one is kind of got that muted gray blue. So it's a great color combo, like even together. But this is the difference of these. I think there's another blue. Yes, there is. I don't have it, I don't think. So this isn't a comparison. I'm just kind of showing you because I had her nearby. So here's Jordan. So Beatrix is, again, it's like a grayish blue. This is a narrow. It's soft to the touch. Whereas like, again, Molly is, it's soft, but you can feel it without even opening it. You can feel it's a sturdy leather. So with Beatrix, she's a little bit more pliable. And again, most of what I will always get, if I can, the out or everyday organized. I was thinking out and about. This is everyday organized. And the reason is because, let me see if I have one nearby. That's because the journal cards fit perfectly in these pockets. And I love that because wherever I may take it, if I want to do a quick note or journal, or whatever on the back of this, I want to be able to have it handy. And I love that this pocket fits that. Plus, I love having the, pocket in the front just because it gives me more options where, it's not a full big pocket. So, I'll always try and get the everyday organized. So this is Beatrix in a gorgeous gray blue. Here's the variegation in it. You can kind of see, it almost looks like waves, right? It's a very beautiful bluish gray leather, and it's soft to the touch. So again, I'm going to put Beatrix up here, and I'm going to keep going because I have a number of them. And I know I tend to talk too much. I just chat. I'm just chatting with you. It's kind of like you're here and we're chatting, we're having some coffee, but you're not. you're wherever you are, and I'm here. So I'm just a chatty. Okay, so this one is Jacqueline. I've shown this before. I think I showed it to you. I do already have this in the wide, and I did put that away, so I don't have it available to put them side to side. But Jacqueline is a white, winter white, maybe is a description. I'll say my wide, I would say, is more white, whereas this one came, and again, these are years apart. This one came and it's more of like a winter white, I would say. It has black stitching, and again, pen loop, and it is the Everyday Organized. It has, most of all Jenny's leathers come with a black elastic, but some of these softer leathers come with a white elastic. I'm not sure why, but that was her choosing. Again, notepad, Everyday Organized, pocket, pocket. Jacqueline, I'll say, is, from my experience using the wide, again, it's a very soft leather. It will not, or shouldn't, unless you're really brutal with it, like scratch or mark up too easily, but it will like pick up things. So like color, you know. I don't know if I put these, say, Beatrix and her together, if they rubbed, would it pick it up? I don't know. But I have noticed on my Jacqueline wide that I have picked up, you know, a few anomalies, we'll say, in the cover. So just something to know about Jacqueline in case you're, you know, questioning. So, but she's lovely. She's soft, she's pliable, she easily opens, and I love this, right? She pretty much opens straight up. You know, she's flat. I love those kind of leathers. They make for the easiest to work with just because, again, left-hander, if, you know, I've got this and I've got this, you know, so again, on the occasion that I might write in my book on my own, this is much easier because it just lays flat. So again, another leather, you know, to consider when you think about like what type of cover do you want to get. Okay, so I have a bad habit of, I will tend to buy, I started getting in this kick, and I, you know, because I like kind of the matchy thing. I started with narrow. So then what I did, because I was using narrow, and I still do it, narrow for personal, catch all everything, wide for business, I started getting the matching covers. So if I had it in narrow, I started getting the wide in the same color so that when the month comes and I change it over, I can have them kind of match. Just my vibe. But you don't have to do that. That's just my quirky little thing. So most of these I have, if it's narrow, I have it in a wide, except for like Beatrix. I tend not to deviate to the blues too much. So, but I do, I'm happy I bought this one. So if I have it in narrow, I probably have it in a wide, and if I have wide, I likely have it in a narrow, just so you know. Okay, this next one is, you may be looking at it thinking it's Willow, the one I just did my April cover with, but it's not Willow. It's actually Juniper. So this one is more of a teal color, whereas Willow was straight up a pale green. So Juniper, and it's the same leather. It is soft. It's got that suede feel to it. It's very pliable. See how it just flaps right open? You know, it is double lined, I believe, based on this, but you know, it has a little bit of a flap to it. It just feels good. You know, you can stack your books in there, and it's just going to be, it's not heavy. So you have that added benefit because you don't have, you know, say the weight of this with 4 books in it. And, you know, so it's a very lightweight leather. Again, Everyday Organized. Big pocket, small pocket, notepad, pen holder. Now, something to note about the pen holders in the leathers, if you're a fountain pen user, I am when I journal. So, you know, some of the leathers don't hold the fountain pens. So a Lamy fountain pen or any other. You know, again, it changed. Some do and some don't. Other times things that were coming out at the same time, you know, didn't fit it, but the other size may have fit it. So it's a very bizarre thing. But it doesn't bother me because if I use this as my planner, I use a pen in my planner. So if I can't fit a fountain pen in here, that's okay. I can carry the fountain pen in a different way. So this here is a gorgeous Juniper. I love the feel of this. It's very suede-y, and like I said, it's a gorgeous teal color. If you're looking for kind of like, a beach color, this is a great color here. So I'm going to tuck her under. We're going to keep going. I'm not kidding. This is not, I want to preface this with saying, again, I did not buy these all at once. This has been, I've collected them up over a period of months and months. So, don't, think that I just willy-nilly ran out and grabbed all I couldn't do that. So, this one, okay, this was a pleasant surprise. Let me do this so you can get a little bit of a glimpse of the color. Okay. So Jenny had these out for a while now. So this one here is Sangria. There is, I believe, a Caviar, and I don't remember if there's a third one, but these leathers, again, very pliable, open right up. You can see how pliable they are because the strings or the elastics are pulling on the leather a little bit. But once you put your books in there, they straighten right out. I did not purchase them because I was like, I kind of don't, I'm not a fan. You can see the shimmer here. There's a shimmer in the leather. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to want that. But in my quest to buy all the narrows, because I love the narrow size, I did take a chance with Sangria. And I am telling you, I don't know what I was thinking. She is gorgeous. If you love red, I love red. Sangria, you're going to die. Just because it's so gorgeous. This was pleasantly unexpected that I fell in love with her the minute I opened it. Like I wanted to put all of my books in it and just work with her right now. I do like, I'm one of those anomalies. I like, lighter colors, pastel colors. But when it comes to the rich, almost gemstone type colors, I'm a sucker. And I am telling you, Sangria is the bomb. She's just amazing. So you can see, like, again, shimmer, but let me put a white next to it. Look at, isn't this just gorgeous? So, immediately I was like, because again, I've mentioned it, we were married my husband and I got married in December. And, we kind of had a Christmassy vibe to our, wedding. And so red is a super, super, super favorite of mine. And I love the deeper reds. So not the orangey reds or the in your face bright reds. I don't like those. I love the rich red. And this is a rich red. Now there's another planner cover that I have that is called Poppy. And Poppy is, again, I bought her in the beginning when I was with her, and I ended up buying her in wide. So I bought narrow and bought wide. And she is my Christmas go-to, Poppy. But now with this, having seen this, I may struggle this year on deciding which one I want to use because she is gorgeous. If I haven't said it 1,000 times already. Okay, so this is, again, Everyday Organized. For the most part, I think I was able to grab Everyday Organized across the board. So here is the gorgeous Sangria. And I'm just going to set her over here. Oh, I just love touching her. She is pliable. You can see, I don't know if I can get it up there. Okay, you can kind of see, that the leather is pliable, like it wrinkles, like if you move it a little bit. So, again, it's a very soft, pliable. Open it up and boop, it's ready to go. So, love, love, love Sangria. Let me put Sangria aside because I still have my wides to go through. Not too many of those. Let me start with the darker of the three. I only have 3 wides to go through. And little strings here. Okay, so this one is Pruella. I don't know what that is, but I don't want to dig at it. So Prunella is one of the newer leathers. It has a like a pebbled texture to it, white stitching. Um, you may not be able to see it. Let me see. Let me try this. My go-to for, it's a very deep purple. Can you see that a little bit? I hope you can see that because it really is a gorgeous color. Um, you know, when you see it like this, you probably really don't get the full view of the depth of the color. So again, this is a deep, deep purple, white stitching, prunella, and again, everyday organized. And again, it's a floppy, semi-floppy, like you saw me, I opened it, boom, right down. Notepad, pen holder. Now, if if you're not into the smooth, some people like texture to grab onto. This is a nice textured leather cover. Again, Jenny changed her, I think she changed her logo. I would actually have to go back to my older leathers. I think it was always here, but this is her logo, always on the back corner. And this, because it's a darker color, comes with the white. This is what I was saying. It comes with the white elastics. So, when it's shipped, let's see here. When it's shipped, the holder, the closing elastic is on the inside. All you have to do is pull it here, and then you can close it. So, it's just to keep it nice on the outside so it doesn't get, a line on it from the elastic. It's nice to be able to tuck it inside. So again, this is the textured prunella. I love the color. I also love purple. I just like color. I don't like just, blah. I put it this way. I love neutrals on other people. Meaning, Jenny uses a lot of neutrals and she looks amazing with the neutrals. It just works for her. I like color, especially the gemstone type colors. So, having this deep, deep, rich amethyst kind of color, I love that. There is, as you know, the one that I used. Which one did I use? Phoebe. Couldn't remember her right away. So she's the other purple. And I'm so happy to see that she came out with some purple leathers because I love them. So this one here, again, a little bit pliable here. Opens. I would think that this is pretty sturdy and that it won't get overly marked up. Okay, moving on. I got two more and then we're done, at least for this haul of covers. So this one here, look at how pretty she is. This one here, I do have a little mark here, I think. I can't tell. Looks like it, but I can't tell for sure. So this one here is Sky, because it's a beautiful pale light blue. Again, everyday organized, white elastics. These were from the same line. So the Prunella, the Sky, it is a textured, pebbled leather, her logo, and it's just nice because, again, if you open it, boop, it's open. So I do like that fact, being a left-hander. I'm always like looking at this because I can't tell if there's like these little fuzzies or just picking at it. Just leave me alone. Okay, so Sky is a gorgeous pale blue for spring. Like, it's great even in summer. Like, if you don't like the deeper blues, this is a really great color. If you like lighter, I would not say pastel, but just lighter pastel color line, meaning, you might have yellows and blues and teals and so forth. So it's just a very nice texture and color. So this is Sky in a wide. So Prunella and Sky were a wide. And I've got one more. Last one for this anyway. This one is, oh, I'll fix that later. Okay. So this one is Lemonella. So again, it comes from the same line as the Prunella in the Sky. It is textured. It's a bright, vibrant yellow. If you take it outside in the sun, it's really going to kind of glow, let's say. Like it's really going to show how beautifully yellow it is. So again, logo, it's got a nice texture. And because it is that pebbled texture, again, I'm going to open this and see how it just opens right up for you. Again, everyday organized. It is a wide. I was going to use this in April after I used Phoebe, but I just didn't. I used something else. So sometimes it can be hard. The more you have, it can be harder to decide what color to put your books in. So I like having this collection because it allows me to change up my planner each month without, changing the planner. So my book is the same, but I can change the cover to whatever I want. If I feel like, 3 days in, which I may do that this month, 3 days in, if I want to change it, I can change it. So I like the fact that I don't have to buy a whole new planner to just change out the look and freshen it up. I do like to do things with the season. So, I'm not going to probably use yellow in December. So I do like seasonal colors and so forth. So these are all from the pebbled line. So you got Phoebe, Sky, Lemonella. These are all wides. And I think these were the two newest, of the latest releases. Gorgeous. Okay, so, I'm sitting here chatting with you and I realized before I go, I wanted to show you one more. I did not purchase this through the Planner Perfect website, but it is a Planner Perfect leather. I have something coming up for it, so I'm just going to show it to you within this haul. Okay, so this, you can see this little cutie. This little cutie is, okay, look at this little guy, girl, whatever. This planner cover is Sophia. So in the black color, there is Isabella, which was original. That was my very first planner cover that I ever bought, was the Isabella. And there's Caviar, which is the match to Sangria. And then there's Sophia, which has a bit of a shine. Let's see. There you go. It has a bit of a shine, not as much as this, as you can see. And then there is Caviar. Did I say that already? Which one am I missing? So many. Oh, Harper. Then there's Harper. Harper is similar to Sophia, except it is like a matte color. There's no shine or sheen to it at all. But this one here is a sturdier leather. Again, you're going to see that. You go to open it and it kind of does what Molly does. This is now if I remember correctly, it is the Out and About, Out and Organized. I don't even remember what it was. But again, there's the card slots over here. And then you have a pocket here to put whatever in. And then a pocket here and a pocket here. So this little beauty, I picked up on a Facebook group, and there's a plan for her, just like there is for Molly. You're going to see that in the coming, months, weeks or months, whenever I have it scheduled. But I do have something set up for her. And so I'm showing her to you so that you can see all the new leathers that I've got, at least as of this point. I know there'll be new releases coming out, so I'm sure I'll pick up more. But this is what I have thus far. So we have Sophia. Now, before I forget, Sophia, this one here is a pocket size, and it is a I forgot what they called it, a stiffer hide. I can't think of the name I'm looking for. Anyhow, rambling. So Molly and Sophia are kind of in the same, sense, the stiffers. Oh, it's a top hide, I think is what it's called. Okay, and then we have the narrows. We have Beatrix, Juniper, Jacqueline, and Sangria. So, or like, is this a rainbow, right? Do we have a little rainbow going? Let's do that. Let's see. Let's put this here. We have, oh, this can go here because, let's do these. Or let's put the blue there, yellow, and now prunella. There we go. So here is all of the covers that I picked up over a period of time from the Planner Perfect website. I've gone through each of them, kind of gave you a little idea of what they're about, their texture, their sturdiness, and so forth. So there it is. This is my whole recent haul. I'm not a fan of the word haul, but I don't know what else to call it. I'm just sharing with you what I bought in the hopes that if you're looking to pick up a leather, maybe one of these has sparked an interest in you. And again, don't forget to use my ambassador code in the description box. Give yourself a discount off of the leathers. It's a one-time use. So if you want to, get your books in them, buy it all in one shot, use the code, you're good to go. Okay, enough rambling. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you liked this video, I hope you hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon. And that is it for today.